What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate all of you tuning in and checking out another weekly rotation because, less fragrances than usual because I had a few that I wore multiple days and so on. Tail end of the week, we went to Chicago to pack all the pre-orders, which at the recording of this, George is leaving the pre-sale price on until UPS and USPS pick all those packages up today. So anybody that was hoping for a last minute, can I still get it at 140? You got a few hours at the recording of this video. I don't know what time UPS will show up. I want to say they show up right after lunch. So it's 8:41 a.m. right now, Central. So probably, let's say 4 or 5 hours you got if you wanted to grab those. But yeah, it was a wild weekend. We'll discuss as we get to the tail end. But it's week number 307 in the weekly rotation. We still got some goodies. We always rocking some goodies. So let's dive into the rotation, shall we? Stay tuned. Starting off on Sunday, a personal favorite in my collection, my favorite version of Sauvage, my big 200 milliliter bottle of Sauvage Parfum. Yeah, I'm so glad I got this years ago when I did. I paid like 134, 136 from FragranceNet after the 37% off years ago. This is like 200 to 200 plus range from discounters now because prices have gone up so much over the years. I mean, I may never run out of this, but it is my favorite Sauvage to wear. I wear it randomly throughout the year. I'll wear it any season. It's just a slightly warmer, smoother, more refined, darker version of the original Sauvage EDT. It doesn't have that same type of freshness to it. It's not as metallic. They don't list ambroxan, but you still smell ambroxan in it. But it's a more ambery, incensey, kind of balsamic feel. It's still got some sweetness and some citrus and all that good stuff. But man, nose fatigue superstar for sure. All the people that will swear 10 ways to Sunday that it's weak, it's nose fatigue. It is. It's nose fatigue. This stuff's monstrous. And when I wore it this time, I actually got zero nose fatigue. I was shocked. I could smell it all day long. I was getting whiffs of it. And I was like, God, I don't know if this has ever happened before. I don't think of all the times I've ever worn this, I ever was able to smell it the entire day like that. Normally it would like come and go because of my sensitivity in my nose, but banger. Still is. It's pricey, but it's still the best Sauvage to me. Better than Elixir. I know everybody loves Elixir and all that stuff. Yeah, that's nuclear, but, filling a room for 30 hours isn't fucking important to me. Me just loving the way I smell for at least 6 hours, that is important to me. That's what matters to me. So, and this goes well beyond that. And I love the way it smells. It's just like phenomenal, in my opinion. Nothing out the shower, but during the day, Sauvage Parfum. So since it gets brighter earlier, obviously we're moving into Monday, but since it gets brighter earlier, you can see it's like the mornings of the darker settings. If I film a little earlier, that's not happening no more because like sun was shining at like 6:15, so time change. But anyways, we went with Justin and Grace's newest release, Seamless Soul. Love the box. Crisp green apple with a little bit of citrus, kind of freshens up the apple even more. A lot of peppery spice here as well. You get a little bit of an earthy, dry green element from moss and fir balsam as it dries. This was my first wearing because I went to Louisiana. I had traffic court to go deal with because I had a speeding ticket that was over 20 over the speed limit, which God is good. They reduced it and all that other stuff. It was phenomenal. Everybody was awesome over there, but I had wore it and I made a joke in a little quick shorts video. A little Instagram story post. I was like, I'm going to put it off when they smelled this on me. And I'm like, that guy smells good. We're going to hook him up. This is phenomenal. Sorry, this is going to be the whole time. It's going to be popping up in my face from the blinds. So, but stud of a fragrance. We got a hell of a collection this go around. I haven't worn a full wearing of Vieri yet. I'm probably going to wear it this weekend while we got the cooler weather. So good. It's the apple for me. It's the green. It's one of the best green apple openings I've ever smelled. Highly versatile. This is probably the most well-rounded, like daily wear of our set of three, I would say. Obviously with Sunkiss, we'll get to that in a little bit. But believe it or not, for being a tropical summery fragrance, it's got some darker, deeper elements to it, to where you can wear that when you're around if you really want just transportive beach fragrance. But this is probably your most versatile, I would say. And I would say probably the most masculine of the bunch as well. While still, I think, very unisex. I think, just that's the most unisex one. the most mass appealing. I think Iberia is the most date night forward, sweet, dark, sexy kind of fragrance, you know. A little bit of a leathery facet to it, even though that's not in the notes. I get it. When you smell it, you'll understand where I'm coming from. Kind of the darker elements, got some fruitiness and all that. It's based around vanilla. Beautiful fragrance. But more cooler weather, evenings, date night, sex appeal kind of fragrance. This is more daily wear, dapper. You know, this one dress up really well, like business professionals and stuff like that. So just kind of speaking on the collection while we're talking about one of them. But yep, during the day, nothing out the shower. Stay Fresh Productions and Zaharoff, Seamless Soul. Moving into Tuesday, I didn't even have time to do a Scent of the Day Shorts video that day, but I had ranked the Mind Games fragrances that I owned. Every time I do these, you know, what I own ranked videos, it's like, you should try this, you should try this, you should try this, you should try this. Where's this? Why is this not in the video? Nobody ever listens to my intros. Nobody ever does. Several people's like, Gambit, where's Gambit? Oh, you need to try Gambit. Well, you just never saw me do that live stream with the Woody Olfactive Discovery set that has Gambit in it, that I have. I have a 7 ml of Gambit. They just assume. I get it. Everybody assumes everything. It's like if you don't own the bottle, you've probably never smelled it. That's like the perception. From the information I'm gathering here, it's like if you don't own the bottle, you've probably never smelled it. That's wild, you know, because I've smelled more Mind Games fragrances than I actually own. And one that's severely underappreciated, in my opinion, is Vieri. Beautiful green citrusy fragrance. It says citron and musk, but there's a strong green element here. It's a little bit of leather. There's incense. There's a lot of woods. It's actually a very complex fragrance that is relatively straightforward. You get a lot of nuance from it, but it doesn't smell overcomplicated. It's a complex note breakdown, but it doesn't smell overcomplicated. It doesn't smell busy. Really, really good. Springtime in a bottle kind of stuff. It's amazing. God, that citron note's gorgeous. Sharp, bright lemon smell. Oh, really, really good. Highly underappreciated in my opinion. So if you're looking to get something on the greener, citrusy side of things, Mind Games has a banger that doesn't really get talked about as far as I know. So yeah, during the day, nothing out the shower, we went with Vieri. Moving into Wednesday, day before travel, I just did a first impressions unboxing on this. Finally got it. Rouse Club New York. And I quite like it. It's still debatable on this or the Parfum. I think I still like the Parfum more. I saw a couple comments about the Elixir. I think the Elixir is just too dressy to wear every day. I mean, teach their own. I think that, and look, it's Iris. I get it. It's like, oh, I thought Iris was your favorite note. It is, but the more rather dressy occasion, more semi-formal type irises, I'm only semi-formal 1 to 2 days. I would say 2 to 3 days out of every 2 weeks. So wearability is a bit more limited for me because I like to put the right fragrance in the right situation with the right attire. Of course, you don't have to do it that way. I just choose to. I like to structure the way my fragrance wardrobe is a bit more because I have so much variety. It's like, why not? More things get more opportunity to get worn in my massive collection by doing so. So with this one though, that fruity black currant, ooh, dark tart fruity, beautiful, sweet vanillic. Definitely has kind of this lavender aromatic feel to it without being super soapy, but it's got a cleanliness to it is my point. This is a good one. Oh man, it does smell good. I mean, clearly a mass appealing designer type of profile, but I mean, I love stuff like that. Easy to wear, you just grab and go. Obviously on the sweeter side of things as far as fruity aromatics, but man, this opening's amazing. Dry down, nothing crazy unique, but I mean, it is a mid-level designer Ralph Lauren fragrance, but it's good. It's really good. It's totally worth checking out. I'm thrilled to have it. The only reason I didn't purchase it sooner because I filled out a form for PR 3 months ago. So I was just waiting and waiting and waiting. And eventually, it got sent to me long after people were talking about it, you know. But I'm just glad, blessed, thankful. That was why I knew it just had to be patient because it was like I knew the moment I bought it, the PR one was going to show up. So, I mean, the critiques, whether I get shit sent to me or not, it's fucking irrelevant. I really hope any of you watching this right now don't think that plays a role into my opinion. You either haven't watched me enough to learn that yet, or you're delusional. If you think that, one of the two. I don't know. But I always speak my mind. Hence, this exact soliloquy you're going through right now. Beautiful fragrance, though. I strongly encourage you to check this one out. Especially if you were a fan of the other ones. I'm not saying it'll be your favorite, but there's a chance it will be. I think I'm still leaning Parfum as my favorite. Just a close second, though. Really good. Really good. During the day, Ralph's Club, New York. And when I got the shower. So, what else do I need to say other than I'm more than a third of the way down of the bottle? Got the Virgin Island Water Clone Aftershave Splash with this sugary, sweet, gourmand, tropical candy, coconut, candy, citrus, caramel, vanilla. Just a sweet delight. I love Coconut Lagoon. I love, love, love Coconut Lagoon. It's so good. I will rebuy this. Because I'm going to finish this bottle at some point. I will. This will be the next bottle I finish, probably. It'll be between this and Seraphine Blue. I'm going to finish. This is the two I've been knocking down the fastest in this last year. So one of these two is going to get finished before the other one. This one's got a lead on this one, but this is also 100 ml. This is a 60. But one of these will get finished first. I already have another 4 ounce of Seraphine Blue. I don't have to worry about getting a backup bottle of that, but I'll rebuy this for sure. If you haven't tried it and you value my opinion, you want a good, fun, candied, tropical fragrance, candy, citrus, and coconut, yeah, it's great. I love shaving out the shower with it. Coconut Lagoon from Paris Corner. Moving into Thursday on travel day, it just made sense, and I didn't wear it while I was in Chicago because it's like, I can wear it all the time when I'm home. I'll wear something else while we're in Chicago. But my favorite fragrance, 11 out of 10. The best fragrance myself, Claude, and George have ever created together in this collaboration. The most people agree, everybody that smelled it agrees, best of the three. Better than Business Over Pleasure, better than Evening Mystique. I agree. For what it is in the tropical category, doesn't smell like other things. There's going to be a lot of people reaching and trying really fucking hard to say it smells like this, that, or the other. They're going to try really fucking hard. And more power to you. I'm not going to argue with anybody that says it. I've already had one say sunscreen to death when not another swinging dick on the planet that smells it thinks sunscreen when they smell it. So everybody's different. But your next favorite fragrance, if you bought it, Sunkissed Island. Ginger tequila. Boom. Big, warm, crisp, bright, boozy hit that's not sweet. That's why I wanted tequila. Think margarita, but it's not a margarita fragrance. But tequila, lime, salt, you're going to think margarita. It really doesn't smell like a margarita, though. The ginger, the cardamom, the mint, everything kind of coming together with it kind of takes it in a different direction because the mint kind of gives this tingling freshness to it. Cardamom doesn't really spice it up. If anything, I think it helps kind of blend well with the mint leaf, kind of this tingling fresh feel. The lime is juicy and rich. It's not over the top acidic and juicy citrus, more so than like just being really thick. It's juicy. That's wrong to say it's not. It's juicy, but it's just really thick. Oh, man, so good. Incredible. Of course, we've got our sand-toned cap for the beach. My tattoo, my forearm tattoo, on the back of the glass, as well as in multi-layered metallics on the box, as well as the back of the box. This is, the florals that are on each side of my tattoo. This is the tattoo, Tropical Sunset, that's on my forearm. So, very solar, very warm, sun-kissed, sun-dried flowers. It's a little sandy. Even though you don't see it in the nose, there's this sandy-like accord that kind of dries it out a little bit in the heart of the fragrance when you get to some of the florals. Before you get to that slight lactonic, creamy, sweet coconut milk. It's deep in the dry down, very, very musk dominant. With the skin musk accord, the sublimolide, which is derived from ambret seed, which is a musk accord as well. The amber doesn't warm it up too much in the base, but it's a warmer fragrance than you would think. Because it's more about tropical sunset. Sun-kissed, past tense, late in the day. Sun-kissed, not sun-kiss, sun-kissed. That's the entire theme and story behind it. So, a lot of people pre-ordered. I'll say this. Because I can't and will not give numbers. We had more pre-orders. Way more than the first two Zed creators combined. Combine the amount of pre-orders we had from Z1 and Z2, and we had far more than that. in our total for this round. So those of you that saw me say record-breaking for Zaharoff and record-breaking for the Z Creators Project, I'm not joking. A lot of people bought these bottles. We are dwindling in this stock. It's incredible. Thank all of you so much. So much. Samples weren't able to be done for, like, if you bought this one and you were going to get samples of the other two like we normally, it just wasn't able to happen. Per George, it just was not able to happen. I apologize for those that you were hoping to get it, but at the end of the day, the bottle you spent a chunk of money on, I would think, is the most important thing, not the little free $7 sample that if it's that serious, you could always get later. But a lot of people bought the set. A lot of people, and some bought like 2, 2, and 2. And more than I anticipated bought 2, 2, and 2, or like double ups of this, or double ups of this and double of Seamless Soul, or 3 Iberi's. It was wild. It was wild. I've never seen anything like it. Me and Justin couldn't stop talking about, like, this is so crazy compared to what it's been in the past. That's just to give you guys a little insight. It was fucking wild. I mean, we only got 7 fragrances to talk about, so I can give you guys a little story time from the weekend while we're at it. Because I mean, I wore rosé. We'll talk about that in a second. I wore rosé the rest of the weekend. Me and Heidi. Heidi brought rosé. It's my bottle for representation, but she brought her bottle, and we wore out of her bottle. So many people are going to love this. So many people are going to love Seamless Soul, and so many people are going to love Vieri. It's the most diverse collection of 3 we've ever done, unintentionally. It's so worked out so well. We all seem to agree Seamless Soul's Justin's best, Sunkissed Island's my best, and Jordan killed it with his perfumer for his first outing. Unreal. So many people are going to be so happy. I hope all of you that wanted to get it for the pre-order, you still got a few hours, but get it for that. It goes up to $155 per bottle after that, and they don't have much time left to get them in general until it becomes a resale thing. They're not going to make it through this month, guys. We're in November officially. I think mid-November at the latest. There's a real good chance 1 or 2 of us might sell out by this weekend. Like, by Sunday, for real. Like, that's how close as a group we are individually. Like, there's a real good chance with a decent week, at least one of us sells out. At least. Possibly 2 of us. Maybe all 3. I think it'd be a stretch for all 3, but for real. So again, thank all of you. I'm confident in saying whichever 1, 2, or all 3 you got, I'm confident you will be very satisfied with your purchases. What this set has done and what it will do is the equity we've built in this project over the years with the quality, the originality, and the storytelling, the packaging, everything we've done. This is going to exponentially increase that equity with you guys, because you'll be like, wow, they keep getting better and better and better. This is so worth the $140 I paid versus 100 ml Boss bottled flanker that's $150 at retail, or Dior's new Sauvage that's almost $300, or Bleu de Chanel Exclusive at $275. It's like designers are more than what these cost now. Okay, and this is original storytelling art niche. Original, as original as fucking creation gets is what these are. They don't get more original than this, guys. It's my fucking tattoo on the box. Everything about this was what I wanted Claude to do. I was very, very overly specific with what I wanted this time. And God, he's so good. God bless Claude Deer. He's so good at bringing things to life. And then George, with his brilliance, the vintage postcard theme with the color palette the way it is that really represents the whole sunset theme of what I was going for. Just, we couldn't have did a better job. All 3 of us, all 6 of us, each individual with their perfumers, with George, all 7 of us technically is what it would be. Plus Grace, so 8, sorry. All 8 of us, sorry, Grace. Yeah, so long enough rant here, not really rant, just information, thank you segment basically, and kind of reiterating on what you guys are getting for your money. Thank you during the day, and I didn't bring it with me. I did bring some bottles back from me though, but Sun-Kissed Island, your next favorite fragrance. And finally, Friday and Saturday, I'm trying to not stay in the middle, because look, I'm in the middle of this right in my face. It was just easy. Heidi always brings Rosé and Bloom everywhere she goes. Rosé and Bloom are her favorite fragrances. And I brought 8 fragrances to do videos with. We didn't have time to do videos. We had 13-hour days for the 2 full days we were there. more orders have to be printed that Hercules is going to have to tend to today. Yeah. So, like, we didn't get all of the pre-orders done. We got a fucking astronomical amount of pre-orders done. But anyways, Rosé, now known as Signature Rose Athonite. It is the same fragrance, just name change. Rose Athonite is actually what it is, but it's just something George wanted to do. This is my bottle. Heidi's bottle was what got brought. Heidi's got a little bit more of it. She's got closer to halfway on her bottle. One of my 5 favorite fragrances in my collection, the greatest rose fragrance I've ever smelled. Sweet, smoky incense, warm amber, Chinese oud, just warm wood. Vanilla bean and sugar, but not too sweet. It's sweeter on her than it is on me. It's more resinous and smoky on me than it is on her. Phenomenal, crazy good sillage. There was a stretch when Antonia came on Saturday night that George was walking behind Antonia, myself, and Heidi, and she was like, and he's used to Antonia wearing rosé all the time. He's like, oh, Antonia's wearing rosé again, and she's like, I can smell you. I said, actually, if Antonia's wearing it, all 3 of us are wearing it. That's why you're smelling. He's like, oh wow, really? He's like, all 3 of y'all? Yes, all 3 of us that were walking in front of George. So I could imagine the strength of the trail that was hitting George in the nose with all 3 of us wearing rosé, and we were 12 hours into wearing it, me and Heidi, because I could smell us every time I walked by Heidi and so on. So shout outs to my worker bee wife for all the effort she put in for this too. It's great to have her there for this time. Rosé doesn't get much better, except for that. So during the day, nothing out the shower because we were dog tired at the end of the night, going to bed around midnight every night. But Friday and Saturday, rosé, or Rose Athonite as it's known now. So there you go. Story time with Uncle Gates, with Uncle TLTG is now officially over. That was what the week was like. Again, I want to reiterate on behalf of everyone involved in this project, all the help that we had, because we had a lot of people come help us on Saturday with building shipping boxes, with breaking down the boxes for trash, like the shipping boxes came in. Just trying to make everything as smooth as we could so we didn't have to stop. Hercules is a superstar. Just want to state that here and now with organizing everything. Organizing the orders for us and just everything. So constantly, anybody want a drink? Anybody need anything? Just always being there at the beck and call. Shout outs to Hercules. George's right-hand man, for those of you that don't know. Right-hand man in person, in life. I'm the right-hand man, Jey Uso. I'm just saying. Yeah, phenomenal experience, and that's because of you guys. The trust you put in what we're putting out. The trust you put into what we are putting out. A second to none in this space. Thank you. On behalf of Jordan, the giant connoisseur, the Nigerian giant Omas. On behalf of Justin and Grace, the Copelands, Stay Fresh Production, and their son Jordan, who has the cutest laugh on the planet, by the way. Every time Justin laughs, he laughs. It's hilarious. If I make Justin laugh, little Jordan's laughing. It's the most adorable thing ever. It really is. Also got to see them in action. Phenomenal parents. That was the first takeaway. I asked Heidi at the end of the night on the first day. I said, so now you got to spend some time with Grace. I said, what do you think? She's like, first, she is a phenomenal mother. That was the first thing out of her mouth when I was like, what do you think of Grace now that she spent the day with Grace? She is a phenomenal mother. Made Grace choke up a little bit when we told her about that the next day, by the way. So shout out to them. They are phenomenal parents. No surprises there. I was not surprised because they're phenomenal people. My favorite couple besides myself and my wife is Justin and Grace Copeland. And then shout outs to Cheyenne, Jordan's wife. She made it out for the sex. She came out Friday night and she spent the whole day with us Saturday putting in work. That was great. Cheyenne is a beam of light. She's a talker like me. She can talk just like me. She is awesome. We just had such great energy the whole trip. It was a whistle while you work kind of atmosphere. Getting shit done, having a good old time, cracking jokes. We did not have time for content. Me and Justin did the little bit of things we could. A couple shorts. He did like a 6-minute live stream. We just couldn't. We didn't have the time because we had so much to do. So much to do in such a short amount of time. More work as far as signing boxes and packing orders than we've ever had before. Because we used to sign the cards. We signed all the boxes. and packing orders. I can't throw the number at you, but you wouldn't believe the number, because George showed me the total number of pre-orders. Because some were singles, some were doubles, some were 2 of this one, 2 of this one, some were triples, some were 3 of this, 2 of this, 2 of this, like just outrageous number of orders. Like, you wouldn't believe. We didn't get to do them all, and we worked 13-hour days and worked all day, through the day, into the night. We didn't go to dinner none of these days like we normally do. Like, there was no time to do the extracurricular stuff that we always do on these trips. And it killed me and Justin to break for tradition, because there's no me and him side by side doing content this time. For the first time in all the trips we've taken to Chicago, me and Justin Copeland, if nothing else, we normally make it a point that at least me and him's going to get some videos done together, because we love to do it. We didn't get to. We couldn't. But it was a great blessing that we didn't have the time to do it. So once again, on behalf of everybody in the project and George Zaharoff himself and Antonia, his business partner, thank you all for the uncanny, unprecedented love, support, and trust that you put into us and in this project. Of course, I'll have the link at the top of the description before it goes into the other fragrances that were featured in this video, if you want to grab them while we got them. Because for those of you familiar with the project, when they're gone, they're gone. We ain't joking. When they're gone, they're gone. And then it turns into resale, and then partials go for way more than what they cost right now down the line. And I can't imagine what resale is going to be right away for those that bought doubles and all this other stuff, because we did limit 3 per. Like, you couldn't buy more than 3 of each of them. So tried to limit that the best we could, but some people definitely took advantage of it. We saw a couple of them that were 3, 3, and 3, and it's like, they ain't buying those for backup bottles. It is what it is. It is what it is. But thank you all so much, sincerely. I made this video really long because I had a lot I wanted to say after such a phenomenal, exhausting weekend. Thank you. Packages start shipping out today. People are already starting to get them, because everybody's like, why didn't I get mine? So some people are friends of George's. Some people are friends of me and Justin. Some people are family members. I would like to think you would understand that if you were in the position that there's a few people that probably will get a little priority, the day of kind of thing. So like when Justin was in the live stream, he brought up Kevin Hill. And he's like, we packed yours first. And I jumped in the camera. I said, before anybody goes mad, why'd his get packed first? That man tattooed Zaharoff's logo on his arm. I would never. I told George years ago when he did that, George, I love you, but I'd never tattoo your logo on me. So shout out to Kevin Hill. But I made the joke. When you get that logo tattooed on you, maybe your order will get packed first too. You know, just making a joke of it. But point being, those people didn't get signed boxes. Those people didn't get the special Zed Creator shipping boxes, like the extra stuff they didn't get. So keep that in mind. The extra stuff, you guys, the masses for this are getting. So I just want to be very transparent with you guys. Very open. I always am. So thank you so much. Links down below. Make sure to like and subscribe before you leave. And we'll see you on the next one.